introducing this video is Potot. It's now 6:35 as opposed to 1 o'clock when I did my first video. It's a bit darker outside, tea's currently on. If anybody gives a shit, I'm having chicken nuggets, some chicken strippers, some waffles and some vegetables. But as for the actual deck, this is my deck box. It's a bit generic, a bit shit. I'm really not too keen on it. I would prefer something a bit more snake related. I mean, the art I don't really like. It's just a generic fantasy dark woman, scantily clad, quite token, more something for a magic deck. A weird dragon which is being morphed out of a tree. I'm not sure what that's about. That's not in any mythology. If you've heard any legends of trees that turn into dragons, please feel free to contact me on this account. Other than that, it's a bit shit, so fuck off. Onto the actual deck. It's been about 4 or so months since I did the last snake deck video with X up in Blackpool. This one's a bit more different. It's still quite similar, but I've made some more changes. It's now a lot more snake based as opposed to quite a generic reptile that it was before. I've also got some new sleeves, snake deck sleeves, which I got from the London Expo. I think these are really quite nice simply because it's an awesome looking snake. It looks as if it's about to bite someone's head off. It's quite sparkly. Plus there's snakes everywhere in this card. I mean, you can't probably see it from there to the theme, so I'm quite happy. I also got some like anime schoolgirl ones, but those are now in my folder, and then I released it into a deck. Anyway, the first card, which I have 2 of, is Vemenaga, the deity of poison snakes. To keep it brief, she's a near invincible deity, can't be affected and cannot be targeted by magic, traps or monster effects. When she's destroyed by battle, she comes back by removing a reptile. She gets ranged attack for reptiles in the grave, and it's a really nice secret, I think. There were some edits done from the Japanese version which were pretty much just getting rid of her breasts and the fact she was an ultra in Japan, which made it a bit of a bitch to get. But I managed to get 2. Some people may sort of argue about using 2, but I think that having 2 is necessary in case one's lost or sent to the graveyard as a trap used to summon her doesn't get her from the grave, just handle deck. If we were to think of it as an RPG terms, she will be the boss of the deck. While the next card, the minion, King of Poison Snakes, which I have 3 of as well, will be the sub-boss. He has the same sort of effect as Vemenaga, gets 500 attack for every reptile in the grave. When he's destroyed by battle, he can come back by removing a reptile. Nice, really nice art. The snakes everywhere in this card. I mean, you can't probably see it from this, but he's got a snake head. His sort of crown around his whole face is a snake. He's wearing like a snake mantle. He's got snake arms, a snake body. I'm sure there's other snakes on there. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, there's 2 things, sort of like a collar that's also 2 snakes. Quite snake-like. And he's got 0 attack and defense, which is my current favourite attack and defense values, because I just like the fact that it's so simple. Shows hidden potential. My next card, Venom Boa. This is the 1 tribute of the deck. A bit weird, a snake with a snake head, 3 eyes, and then another snake for a tail. His effect is quite bollocks. You can have 2 counters, but you can't attack, which I think is a bit unfair, but it's still quite a nice card. Quite similar to Venom Snake, which I have 2 of. This guy can put a Venom counter on a monster. He can't attack, 1200 attack. Venom Serpent, times 3. I really do like this card. This is probably one of my favourite of the base snakes. 2-headed snake, 1000 attack. Really nice low attack, can be searched out with stuff like damage equals reptile. Puts a counter on ankle, can still attack. I recently found an actual sort of semi-real life Venom Serpent, which I'll add into the video a bit later on. Venom Cobra, times 3, the generic normal defense monster of the deck that many themes these days seem to have, like Six Samurai and Dark World. Serpentine Princess, not really any strategic reason for being here. It keeps on one of my favourite themes of royalty. The art's a bit bollocks and her effect's a bit unusable, apart from if she was returned to the deck by Riser, but she's got 2000 defence, so she's nice. Orphan Jar, the only non-snake card in this deck. This is a nice card to get. Get me 5 cards, dump reptiles in the grave, plus you can sort of say, oh, it's a one-eyed snake in that jar, which I really wish there was more of, like Cobra Jar, which I have 3 of. This works as a token generator, which I love tokens. It's got really nice art. It can give a token to be able to tribute with the minion, with offering to Snake Deity, so I think it's great. I think there should be more cards like this. Cobra Man Sakuzi, this guy here is a bit of an oddball, sort of the rogue black sheep of the deck. He's quite bizarre. He's got a wooden shield and a naff broken sword. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe the King of Snakes doesn't want to fit his warriors out of anything decent. He again reflects a sort of other side of snakes that Konami have tried to create. Not an actual snake, but some sort of snake hybrid, which is what I like about Cobra Jar. It being an actual snake, nothing special about it, no mutancies, no problems, no genetic modifications, no bullshit. It's not an alien snake either. Onto the spells, Snake Rain, ×2. Great support spell I think for this sort of deck. Discards a card, can be a reptile, power up with a minion. Takes 4 reptiles from the deck, puts into the grave, great deck thinning. Same Venom Shot, which is similar to cards like Burst Stream of Destruction, but it's not limited to one particular monster. You can use it with the deity, the king, or any venom monster. Puts a counter on, and puts 2 counters on and sends a reptile from the deck to the grave. Venom Swamp, the core focus of this deck, 3 of them. During each player's end phase, it puts a venom counter on every face-up monster on the field. Bar venom cards, they then lose 500 attack. If they reach 0, then they're instantly destroyed. Terraforming, which searches it out. Mystical Space Typhoon, staple spell, nothing too important to say about it. Premature Burial, again staple spell, nice hollow. Third Din of the Mighty, this is one of my favourite new cards. Swords of Revealing Light, super rare spell, nice stall, helps me put venom counters on. Messenger of Peace, again nice stall, nice super rare, I like the art, looks like a shit Warden Captain. Monster Reborn, staple spell, I'm not too keen on it myself, but it's a good card. Can get me back a monster from my deck, or theirs, from my graveyard, sorry. Bring back the king, hope he can attack or get destroyed, summon the Managa. Damage equals reptile, one of my favourite traps in the game along with DNA Surgery. This guy can basically acts as a damage condenser style card, but for reptiles can summon out the King of Snake quite easily, which is also featured off into Snake Deity ×3. Use this, destroy a reptile, including the king, and then destroy 2 of your opponent's cards. Sort of like Icarus Attack. It's got awesome art, the king being sacrificed, sort of like as a tribute to the deity snakes. It's a great card, you can use it with anything really, not just the king. It's a good support trap. I hope more stuff like that comes out in the future. Damage Condenser. I might as well just use 3 damage equals reptile, but I like this guy simply for the fact that it doesn't have to be involving a battle of a reptile. I can discard a card of it, dump a card to revive or power up the king or the deity. It's a nice super trap, I really like it, it's one of my favourite cards. Rise of the Snake Deity, this is the final card in the deck, and I have 2 of these. I'm not sure if you can see it, but that's an apple I threw out the window. It's a piece of shit deck box, fuck off. My bathroom, which I won't turn the light on, it won't even stay in there because it stinks.